Hello everybody, Dokkan Assets here. Today we are back for another animation analysis video, kind of a impromptu animation analysis video. If I am being 100% honest with you, I did not really expect to be making an animation analysis video today, let alone one on the brand new free-to-play tech quest mode Trunks. That is right. If you guys are not aware, we're actually going to be getting a brand new tech Trunks that is basically going to be the tech Trunks from the Dokkan story mode, which is really cool. And based on this guy's potential system, he will actually be awakening into a LR at some point, which is really cool. Now, his SSR animation is actually really good. And so not only did I decide to update it off of Thieving 6's website, this Dokkan Wiki, shout out to the boy, I wanted to do a little bit of an essay animation analysis on it because you guys have liked these in the past. I did an essay animation analysis on this bad boy, the Gohan, right? The Superhero AGL SSR Gohan, and that video did pretty well for the size of my channel for some reason. And even the awakening for that unit, you guys seem to actually like that video a lot. So I figured this would be a cool little video to do regarding the boy quest mode Trunks as well. You can see also too that this particular shot, which is probably the best shot from the essay, which again we'll watch in a second, they actually did use that as a asset for this image here in the news, which is pretty cool if I do say so myself. So let's go ahead and watch through this essay real quick. This is going to be a bit of a shorter video because this is a 12-second essay, and obviously there is not too much to analyze here, what all things considered, right? And the reason why I'm using my YouTube upload, by the way, rather than the one from the website is that this way we can pause it and go through the frames. I know it's going to be a little bit short, or a little bit, well, short this way, I mean, like literally short on both ends. It's going to be a little bit weird because this is a YouTube short, so the aspect ratio and looking at this in the actual video looks really weird, rather than like going to here and then like looking at it like this, because if we pause it, right, we can pause it, but we can't like play it again or rewind it or anything like that. So to be fair, I guess we could just do it this way, all things considered, considering obviously it just looks so much bigger on the screen. I guess we'll just do it through this because it's really not that much to look at. But alright, so we have this beginning shot, right, of Trunks kind of squatting up here, which is pretty cool. Obviously this is a little bit of a faraway shot. You can definitely see some pixelation in the background, but we have obviously where the card art would be. Keep in mind, this is like basically, in layman's terms, like kind of displaying the raw files of the essay, I guess would almost be the best way to put it. So this is just where Trunks' card art will be when it is actually in game. And then you can see we have Trunks jump forward, which looks pretty good. We have Trunks' hair waving in the wind there. And then we have this little section here that is the rapid punches and kicks that I actually think looks pretty decent. Let's go over to this section here. I guess this is kind of what we can do, right, for the details. With Trunks charging forward, I think that looks pretty decent, and the punches and kicks actually feel like they have a bit of impact to them, which is pretty cool. Funny enough, I swear this Trunks here looks like one that I've seen like in the story mode before, which is kind of funny. Maybe it's just my imagination kind of playing tricks on me since I'm associating this with the story mode, but regardless, though, I think it looks cool. They have some nice little small effects there. And obviously then we have Trunks kind of jump forward there. Sorry, Piccolo, don't worry. We'll get to him in a minute why I'm including him in this video. But Trunks jumping forward into this blue light looks fantastic. I like that little effect of him pulling out the sword and kind of having the light sort of like explode behind him, right? That's a really cool effect. And then obviously we have this awesome shot of Trunks here flying down towards the ground. Before, right, with the great animation on the hair, I will say. I think it looks fantastic. This is a very nice close-up shot of Trunks before he obviously comes down. I keep clicking on Piccolo, I'm sorry. And then swings the sword, right? Which also looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. They even have the hair moving a little bit, by the way, too, up here as well, which is pretty nice, right? Like this shot, it's kind of not moving, but then once you get to here, right after the slash, which is a pretty cool little thing, they have the hair move a little bit there, which is very nice. I will say the only shot in here that's ugly is this one. By golly, what happened to my man's face? Let's look at it on the Jumbotron here. What did they do to him? assume that this is just a weird matter of perspective. And obviously the hair looks fine, right? And I don't even think his face is like the worst. It's just he has a ton of forehead, and it's the way that like his face is shaped. Just looks a little bit off-putting, to be honest with you. I don't know how they let this one through the studio, because I gotta be honest, this is mad ugly. And the rest of this essay is certainly not bad, if I do say so myself. I think overall, for a free-to-play unit essay, this is actually pretty good. And the other thing to keep in mind, right, of course, we can't compare these free-to-play essays next to, like, Dokkan Fests and LRs and stuff like that when it comes to, you know, like, the quality of them. But I feel like this essay, high-key, is better than some of the lesser Dokkan Fests. And not only that, you also have to keep in mind, because this guy is just a SSR unit, his essay in the long run is also going to end up looking so much better, because obviously, when this guy awakens, they will obviously upgrade the essay, right? Whether that be they add in a couple of extra shots, or maybe this one will just be the TUR essay, we'll have to see. And obviously, if this guy ends up awakening into a LR, then of course we will maybe see this essay kind of reworked, retooled, have some stuff in it to probably be, I would imagine, like the 12 key super attack for this guy. You know, who knows? We will end up seeing, because it'll be cool to see what the actual final product is. I'm assuming that he will still be base form when he inevitably Dokkan awakens, because the Storm Mode Trunks is basically like base form the entire time, except for like once or twice. I think he does go Super Saiyan in the Dokkan Quest 1. I don't know. Y'all know I haven't read that in like a million years. Go check out Jay Fanta's video series on it, by the way. He's doing a summary of the Dokkan Storm Mode literally right now on his channel, so go watch that. But I digress. It will be very interesting to see how this guy evolves over time, and that's also why I like doing these videos on these free-to-play units, because I think it's really interesting to see the ones that we know that are going to awaken in the future, you know, taking a look at them now, and then kind of taking a look at them again when they actually Dokkan awaken. So that is pretty cool. As well, I'm not going to like go crazy analyzing the boy. I didn't even like upload his essay, to be honest with you, but this AGL World Tournament Piccolo also did get a essay, and to be fair, the essay shots in this are like literally basically 2, so I figured I'd just throw it in the video. Obviously this is a very old way of doing a Dokkan essay, but after that we have this amazing shot here of Piccolo charging up the card art, and then obviously the black and white effect with the beam just kind of blasting the enemy. For a old essay update, this is fantastic. It's super simple. I love this shot. Obviously, it is in reference to, I mean, it's in reference to the scene, but of course it looks similar to the Int Piccolo, because of course that's literally the same scene. And when looking at those essays side by side, by the way, they probably did use some assets from that or reference them, because they are extremely similar moments. But this part is completely original with the black and white effect, which looks fantastic. So I just wanted to throw this in this video because, I mean, the only 2 things to talk about, 3 really, is like the beginning, this section with the flashing lights, and then the black and white, right? But I mean, it looks good. Like, all of it looks fantastic for just a simple essay update. So they definitely did a good job with that. As well, I guess since we're talking about it, right, they also did a good job updating the Super Strike. This is the Tech Piccolo, right, the really old Super Strike SR one, where they like to do this thing with the Super Strikes where they don't necessarily make them like quote-unquote modern essays, like I would kind of consider how they made Trunks, right? They sort of take the original Dokkan essay formula and give it a little bit of an extra flair with a little bit of modern animation in it. So I think they definitely did a good job with Piccolos. It looks pretty cool, right? It's sort of more like a reference to Dokkan of old with a little bit of a new coat of paint on it. Definitely a very good job. But yeah, definitely let me know, guys, what you think of not only the Boy Quest Mode Trunks, but of course all of the animations that we took a look at in today's video. Again, like I said, I like doing these videos because it's always really interesting to see what will eventually become of these essays that we take a look at now when they get the Dokkan Awakening. So I will definitely do a video when this guy gets an update. If the TOR is significant enough, then I'll definitely do a video on him then. However, obviously, whenever this guy gets his LR Awakening, I will most certainly be doing a video on that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. I will catch you in the next one. Dokkan Assets out. Peace.